Alrighty, what's up guys? So this is the first video I'm filming in 2021. It's January 2nd, so hope you guys had a happy new year. Hopefully this year of 2021 is good to all of us. I don't want to make this intro too long, but going through the stuff that I put out this year, one thing that I want to bring back is Skip Sneakers. If you guys are new to the channel or don't know what it is, essentially it's a series that highlights all the sneaker deals that I've passed on, as well as all the sneaker releases that I missed out on, which is a ton. As much as I love doing this sneaker thing, it's nearly impossible for me to grab everything, whether, again, it's a release or any sneaker deal that I come across. So I usually take screenshots of everything that I miss out on or pass on, and I think this is a good way to just summarize everything that's going on. I have screenshots dating all the way back to like June. I figured that'd be a little bit overkill, so I figured I could start the new year off with all of these things that I passed on in the holidays. So strap up, this starts at November 2nd and it dates all the way to December 31st, so up until New Year's Eve. So it'd be great if you guys could drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram at StuffDylanLikes. And without further ado, we could actually get started now. So getting started, this is beginning of November. This is a screenshot from Gawd of the Yeezy 380 Pepper. Non-reflective. So these were the lowest I saw them. I think they might even be lower now. I've seen these for a super lower price. I'm sure at some point they'll come up, but $188, not a bad price, especially considering they were $230 retail. A few more Gawd screenshots there of the Yeezy Power Phase, the Calabasas, I guess, and these two suede colorways. Pass on those because I don't need them. I like the gray Power Phases that I have in my collection. Here are some SB Blazers with the Jewel Swoosh. I love the Jewel Swoosh. I have those two Supreme Dunks with the Jewel Swoosh. I think this would have been nice because I had a promo code for 20% off, but I didn't end up pulling the trigger. Missed out on these Supreme Air Max Pluses, the white and red colorway, but I do have that the Varsity Maze in that red colorway. So those are nice. I want the mean green ones. These white ones I'm indifferent about. If I got them, it would have been cool, but if not, I'm not going to go back and get them. Random New Balances. I don't think these are made in USA's. I think they're just regular GR996s, but for 55 bucks, that's not bad at all. 2020 was the year of the mids. I'm seeing this undefeated one here. I guess I was there at the right time because my 9.5 is highlighted. Didn't pull the trigger because I don't like the colorway. As much as Jordan 1s resell, I'm not going to sit on them to make like $15, $20 profit. Don't need that. I actually tried for the Air Max 90 infrareds and I wasn't able to get them, which is crazy because I was able to easily cart them at Foot Locker day of release, and they're still popping up here and there. On Twitter I'm seeing restock, so I haven't pulled the trigger. I probably should, especially since I love retro runners and this is such a heritage model, but for some reason I guess I didn't yet. Entered for the Atmos Dunks all over the place. I guess this one is from Premier, but I entered all over the place. Local skate shops, nationwide releases. Wasn't able to hit. People went crazy for these. This one was November 9th. This was on Hibbett Sports. So these are the Hair 2.0s. These had a retail price of $250, which is crazy. After their discount code and whatever, it ended up being $114. I haven't had a pair of Air Jordan 7s, but I feel like they would run big if I got them at a 10. So I passed on those. Here's an Elon sneakers. I tried for the veneers morning of release. They sold out. No surprise. I saw these Question Lows on Mercari for $90. I believe retail was only like $120, maybe even less than that, but I passed on those. This was right around their release, but they were sitting on Stadium Goods for retail. You could even get them lower now, so looking back on it 2 months later, these things go for under retail. I actually might pull the trigger on these because these are pretty cool. I tried for the Turdunkins all over the place. I'm sure they'll come up throughout the video, but didn't get a pair. Again, nationwide raffles, local skate shop raffles, sneakers. Didn't hit on anything, which is cool. Resale prices aren't that bad, so if I want to go back and get them, I think I would. Random restock of these Kobe ADs. It's not a signature Kobe line model, it's like one of these team shoes. I think there's a 20% going on with these ones, but I didn't end up grabbing them. Like everyone else, I got early access to the Jubilees. I didn't enter, I didn't even try when they released again in December just because I didn't need them. I barely wear my Bread 11s now, so. This one I was on eBay, so these are the Ben G SB Dunk Lows. I really want these actually. I might get these at some point. I think the person dropped down to like $199 shipped. I was really close to pulling the trigger, but I figure I could get them for cheaper elsewhere. This is one I regret passing on. It's the Spectrum Dunk Highs. This is on Poshmark. He had them listed at $220, which isn't a bad price, all things considered, and he dropped down to $150 plus $5 shipping. I should have pulled the trigger because I think that's a fair price compared to the market, but didn't end up doing it. This is November 12th, so this is when I believe eBay released their authenticity guarantee program, so they're authenticating like Yeezys and Jordans now. I tried for those 14s on release, didn't get them. A lot of the shops near me didn't get their shipments in, so I never went back and tried for them because I didn't want them that much. So $204, I think they retailed for $190. Same thing with the Indigos. I like them, but not enough to spend $204 on them. But maybe if I could find them at a good price in the future, might go back and get them, but who knows. I entered for that stupid PlayStation Travis 1 low. Imagine millions of people tried for those, so obviously didn't get those. I tried for these pure platinums on release, obviously didn't get them, went through all the hoops to get them via raffles, didn't, so I ended up paying resale price for these because I'll highlight it in the video, it's ready to upload, but I'll highlight why I got them in there, so stay tuned on that. This is the Cactus Plant Flea Market Swarovski Dunk Low, $5.50 retail. Pass. Their release was interesting because they're going to randomly drop them throughout the day. I refreshed a few times and I never got the add to cart functionality, so bots ate on this one, I'm pretty sure. Tried for the ceramic dunks on sneakers and even Kith manually. Didn't get them. Not going to pay resale for them now. They're going for like $300 in my size. Same day, the Safflower 700 V3s went out, and I was actually pretty close to getting these. I was on easy supply. I was able to cart them. Looking back on it, should I have copped them? Maybe, but I also have the Azareths, so I don't really need these. This is like an email from Oneness, a boutique in like Kentucky or something like that. Had a bunch of New Balance sales. I don't have a pair of 992s, and you know, 2020 was the year of New Balance, specifically the 992s. Glad I passed. None of the colors really shot out to me, maybe that mustard looking one, but otherwise pass. Here's one I regret not picking up. This is a Blue Box era Dunk, the Oceanic Airlines. I remember these so vividly from high school. Saw these come up on Grilled for $200. I sent a super lowball offer and the guy got back to me with $135 shipped. All things considered, condition and everything, these things were definitely worth that price, especially considering the dunk market now, but ultimately passed on them. I went back when I wanted to pull the trigger and they weren't there, so regrets on that end. This one is an Instagram story from Limited Supply, so it's a buy sell trade shop in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Pre-owned pair of 350 Sesames for $190 pickup. It's not bad. Steph has a pair of 350 Sesames that I got for her like a few years ago. This is a colorway that I really enjoy. I never got around to getting it for myself, so I'm not going to pay $200 for them now, but good to look at nonetheless. I saw these come up on Goat. I forget the name of the pack, but it's like a 2006 release. Someone had put them in for like $125 brand new. That price down there is a brand new price. It's not a used pair. I went back and they were gone, so someone must have sniped them. Tried for a few Kobe's on sneakers, didn't get them. Saw these Court Purple lows on the Nike app come up, didn't get them. Russ Bankston, I don't know if you guys know him, he sort of spearheaded the sneaker department for Complex, and I forget what he's doing now. I think he's working for Slam magazine. Anyway, follow him on Instagram. He had these Jordan 1 low OGs for $275. I actually sent him a message saying if he could drop down to $200, I'll scoop right now. He kind of scoffed at the offer and was like, nah. So that's the closest interaction I'll probably ever have with him. This is November 25th, the day before Thanksgiving. These peppers were as low as $161, which is crazy. Obviously didn't cop them then. This one hurts me a little bit. Black Friday. There were a bunch of things that I missed out on Black Friday, which is a bummer, but you know, it's part of the game. Flight Club was doing a 20% off. They had so much stuff. I'm actually looking for the other screenshots. I might have to splice it in here. But these are like the green duck camo Air Max 90s. These sold out in release earlier in the year, and they're as low as $100. Passed on those because there was a lot going on, but looking back on it, that's a pretty good price. This is the Asia exclusive off-white rubber dunk low. I like the mustard color, but realistically not sure how often I'd wear them. $240 plus shipping was not bad on those. Michigan dunk highs for $190 and a 9.5. Passed on those. Spartan green dunk highs in a size 10 for $220 is probably the best price I've seen in the past few months. These things are shooting up now. They're close to like $300 in my size, but I really like these. I don't need another pair of dunk highs, but I keep buying them. I don't know why I passed on this one. I think just during the holidays, pockets are kind of slim, so I think that's why I passed on them. If these were to come up now at $220, I'd definitely buy them. Yeah, silver Co.JP Tokyo Air Jordan 1 highs. 3 pairs of the navy blue ones. I figured the silver one would help complete the set. And they're as low as $190 plus shipping, so that's a really good price. Tie-dye Jordan 1s, these are the women's colorway, so an 11, which is a 9.5 men's, was $260. That's a pretty decent price. Passed on those. Skate shop down in New Brunswick randomly restocked on a bunch of dunks. Didn't make the trip out there because it's obviously Black Friday, had a bunch of stuff going on, but shame I missed out on those. Converse Pro Leather High in the UNC colorway, that's the cheapest I've seen it for, $38. These were probably in a Skip Sneakers episode in the past. Some random Realtree camo Crocs for $32. I'm actually wearing a pair of Crocs right now, so shout out to Steph's parents, they got me these for Christmas. So I figured I don't need these Realtree camo ones looking back on it. These Onyx 380s, full size red. Nobody's really messing with the 380 releases that are coming out of late, which is shocking, but also not shocking just because way too many Yeezys coming out nowadays. Caught a restock of these Air Jordan 4 Fire Reds. I passed on them, even on the release, since I have the Unions and the PSGs. I know these are an OG colorway. These are probably more desirable to have than at least the PSGs, but for whatever reason, I passed on them. I guess looking back on it now, too, I tried on sneakers, which is funny. And I didn't get them, but an hour later I was on Finish Line and here they were. I was able to cart them. Just didn't end up grabbing them for whatever reason. This was a brand new pair of like the paparazzi dunks from like 14 or 15. I don't even remember when, but $140, good price. Didn't need them. I have so many dunk highs in a very similar makeup, so didn't really need them. Prestos on sale on Cyber Monday, I guess this was. All red Prestos, don't need them. I really like these Saucony Jazz 4000s. These were definitely on a Skip Sneakers episode in the past. This is the cheapest I think I might have seen them for, is $37.50. Random T-Max. I had a pair of T-Mac 5s, I think it was. The one with the strap in elementary school, so anything T-Mac I sort of have my eye on, but also don't really need. Wow, so on Cyber Monday they were doing an additional percentage off, if I'm fast forwarding here. So these were $187, the Michigan Dunk Highs. Wow, that's a good price. I just recently picked up a pair from Russia. Stay tuned on the video on that. It's a wild story. But $187 is a good price. $217 for these Spartan Green Dunks shipped. Wow. And looking back at this, I really should have bought them at that price. Black and gold patent leather dunks, passed on those. The mids that came out the same morning, I bought them and then canceled the order, which I'm glad because I really didn't need those. Utility black 500s, passed on those because I had the Supermoon yellows that I copped on Black Friday. That video should be coming soon. Story's crazy there. But figured I didn't need two pairs of the same silhouette. Plus, I prefer the Supermoon yellows to the utility blacks anyway. Yeezy 700 Phosphor on, this was around Cyber Monday, so this was on Gawd. $255, cheapest price I've seen. They might even be lower. I don't really know. I haven't been keeping up, but I do like this pair of shoes. Oh yeah, Cyber Monday, Gawd was doing a bunch of Yeezy sales. I want a pair of 700 V1s or V2s. I just haven't gotten around to it. $300 retail is a high ask. But $285 for these teal blue ones isn't bad. $285 for these analogs. I really like this cream color. Didn't end up getting them, obviously. Oh wow, these blazers went on sale for $67.50. That's a good price too. Well, pass on those. Some all white SB blazers for $63, not bad. 380 blue oats, non-reflective, $190, good price. Again, these things are like $230 retail, and pretty much every 380 other than like the first two colorways are under retail, so if I really want them, I'll go back and get them. Let's see, Ultra Boost 1.0 college pack. If they had a Rutgers one, since Rutgers is an Adidas school, I probably would have grabbed them, but they're not like the pinnacle compared to all these other schools, so that's probably why we don't have any signature shoes. Had this been like 3-4 years ago, these all would have sold out, and the fact that you could have gotten them for as low as $86 is crazy. I really like these Crater Zoom Air Jordan 1 highs. You could get them for under retail. I think I saw them as low as like $140 at one point. I saw someone do a lace swap with cream laces and they look great. Let's see, Final Score, which is like Eastbay Foot Locker, their discount site. They had the MVP LeBron 7s for $122, all things said and done, which isn't bad. I missed out on these 350 breads. Before I was doing this YouTube sneaker stuff heavily, I was in college. My boy Will, shout out Will if you're watching up to this point. We got this pair on the release day in 2017, like in our college house. We woke up early and we tried on a bunch of different devices. We hit on these in his size. But yeah, no, I was gonna grab these for the nostalgia. This is December 5th now. We still have a lot to go through, so I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but we're gonna keep doing it. These are some like olive turbo green GR dunks from like 2013 or something like that. The guy had them listed at like 200 plus. I talked him down to 150 shipped. I should have pulled the trigger because these things are dead stock. At the same time, I didn't really need them, but I do like them. Looking back on it, I probably would have bought them, so this one definitely stings a little bit. J Balvin Air Jordan 1 highs, didn't get them. More bread 350s, didn't get them. Oh, this is crazy. On Reebok, they were doing like a 60% off sale, their entire website, so they had a bunch of question mids for like $54, but I figured I didn't need this stuff. I don't know when I'd wear it. I barely wear my question mids now. Let's see, I tried for the Varsity Maze Dunk highs. I ended up getting a pair for resale, but missed out on sneakers, on Kith. Let's see, this one is on Mercari. This one's actually still active. I looked at it this morning. It's a pair of 99D N2s, so they're not the GR2s. There's a slight difference in the color hues, but they're a gray 990 V2, and I love the V2. But yeah, I talked the guy down. I don't know if I have a screenshot later on here, but I talked the guy down to like 140 shipped or something like that. But they're B grades. I don't know, maybe I'll go back and get them, who knows. This is a Poshmark deal I try to work out. I got her down to like 125, and looking back on it, I should have copped at that price, but I didn't. This was a Twitter deal. Some dude on Twitter was selling these for 220 shipped, gifted, which isn't bad. These things go for like close to 300 brand new, so I like the colorway, but I'm not going to pay that much for those dunks. Ambush dunks, didn't even bother trying for them, although I should have. Just looking at resale prices now, I could have used that and bought something else. But this was in store, so I wasn't sold out. I really like going to sold out. They have a nice inventory. Supreme Air Jordan 14s. I'm a sucker for Nike and Jordan collab Supreme stuff. 170, not a bad price. These things were pretty worn though, so if they're still there the next time I go there, maybe I'll consider picking them up, but pass for now. Those studs also kind of weird me out a little bit. Didn't need another pair of Zen green Zoom Air Jordan 1s, but I saw them drop down to like 153, which is a great price. Or that's like 20 bucks below retail, so not bad. Looking back on it, should have gotten them? Maybe. Stussy triple black Air Force 1 lows, didn't get them. Nordstrom gets all these random Nike releases, and they always sell out fast. I talked this guy down on Mercari to like 180 shipped for the Varsity Maze Dunk Highs. I ultimately got them somewhere else, but 180 is a pretty good price. Tried for these Sakai's, the Toriello ones, they're like Seattle Supersonics colorway, didn't get them. I didn't try for the Neon 95s just because I already have my pair from 2010, didn't need to double up on those. Highlights for as low as 156 on Goat, that's crazy. Nobody's really messing with those. These top 350 V2s were pretty easy to get on release. Carded them from Champs, didn't end up buying because I don't need them, probably wouldn't wear them either. This one's an interesting one. So these are the Do the Right Thing Air Jordan 1 highs. The guy had original everything, looks to have been maybe worn 2 or 3 times. I got him down to 180 and he was down for it. I sort of had my own remorse. I'm like, I don't really need these, but looking back on them, probably should have done it. This is an Air Jordan 1 you wouldn't commonly see on people's feet, and the color blocking is super clean. So regrets on that. Tried for the Nike Sakai and the black villain red colorway, didn't get those either. These were on Grail. They're these Nike Sportswear dunks from like 2011 or 2012. I remember some kid in high school had these. There's nothing notable about them, but the colorway is super clean. Like the left shoe was a size 10 and the right shoe is a 9.5, which I mean, if I were to get these, I'm indifferent about since I'm always between the 2 sizes anyway. Missed on these Varsity Purple Dunk Highs, go figure. What are these? The Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort. So they're coming out with a bunch of colorways on these. I caught these at the right time, but I didn't add them to cart and checkout. I didn't really need them or want them. Missed out on Christmas Eve on the Kobe 6 Grinches. Tried all over the place too, didn't get them, which is a shame because I remember these coming out in like 2010 with the LeBron 8s or whatever it was. It's a shame I didn't get those. December 26th, day after Christmas, missed out on these Metacom Blazer lows. On Depop, day after Christmas, these white diamond dunk lows. I really like this pair a lot. This is the cheapest I've seen them, but the condition was way too beat for me to end up pulling the trigger. If he got down to like 150, maybe I'd consider it, but 220, I'm good on those. Pass. Local shop, Instagram, flash deal of these Bape Ultra Boosts. I tried on release like a year or 2 ago on these, and you know, I always keep my eye on them, but not enough to go back and buy them. This is an Instagram deal I inquired about via Reese Forbes highs, so these are one of the later Reese Forbes releases. 120 is a good price for really any SB dunk, but pass. I'm really upset about these. I missed out on the Bodega dunks day of release. It seems everybody on Twitter was getting them. I was there at the right place at the right time. I had the link. I was in the queue and everything. I even got past the security captcha question, but you know, the cards weren't in my favor and I wasn't able to grab them, which is a shame. Fast forward a few days, I didn't get them on sneakers either, which is also a shame. I'm not going to pay resale for them because I don't like them that much, but just seeing everyone get them and not me, I was a little bummed. 29th, so day between that. These Dunkastos, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Dunkisto. I guess in like 2006, 2007-ish, they meshed the Nike Air Presto and the Dunk, and this is when I came across on Poshmark, OG everything. The guy wants 75 for it. I might actually go back and get these, but I tried to lowball a few times and he essentially dismissed all my offers, which is fine because I don't need them right now. Sneakers and stuff, the Noah SL20s. I was actually close to grabbing these when they released a few months ago, but I figured no one was really buying them, and rightfully so. I mean, they're on sale for $78 on sneakers and stuff, and if I scroll up, They're as low as $50 plus shipping, albeit on St. Alfred. I think with shipping, these came out to like 66 bucks. I didn't end up buying them, but I might go back and get them. Going back to sneakers and stuff real quick, ZX 4040. So these are the sneakers and stuff exclusive pairs. 300 retail down to $89 is not bad at all. I have my ZX 4000s that I barely wear to start with, so I'm gonna pass on these. I tried for the, I only have one screenshot of the question mid yellow toes, so the Kobe PEs, or unreleased samples inspiration. I tried for these, didn't get them obviously. Again, I like the question mid, but I had some hesitation. I didn't try as hard as I should have, just because I barely wear my question mids, but this would have been a cool pair to have looking back on it. And last but not least, these Chrome Ball Incident SB Dunks. These are, again, I remember these from high school in like 2010, Blue Box era. I would have gotten them if they were 100, but they ultimately sold really fast. I guess people are into these older dunks, so they're catching on my wave. But yeah, 30-minute video. It's probably gonna be cut down a little more. Thank you guys all for watching. If you guys like the series, let me know in the comments and I'll keep it going. Drop a like again, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and follow me on Instagram. All that usual stuff. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.